I 26 male need a sanity check because this has blown up my life. I'm just a regular guy. I've got a decent IT job, I pay my bills, and I'm trying to save. I'm not rich, but I'm definitely not broke. I'd been dating my girlfriend for 8 months. I really thought things were good. She was beautiful, funny, and I was pretty into her. Our 8-month anniversary was coming up. I was thinking of this nice new Italian place that just opened. She texts me, "For our anniversary, I want to go to AR." I had to look it up. It's one of those places on the 50th floor where a single cocktail costs more than my weekly groceries. The tasting menu, which is the only real option, is $250 a person, before drinks, before tax, before the mandatory 20% tip. We're looking at $500. Easy. I had just paid rent and my big 6-month car insurance bill. My checking account was looking pretty thin until next payday. I texted her back, "Hey, that place looks amazing, but it's a little steep for me right now. Can we maybe check out Italian place instead? I hear it's incredible." No reply for an hour. Then just, "K." I figured she was just disappointed. No big deal. We'd figure it out. Later that night, I'm scrolling through Instagram. Her story pops up. It's a selfie of her, pouting, looking perfect. The caption, "Why do broke men even try dating?" Faced with tears of joy. My blood went cold, then hot. Broke? She's calling me broke? To her 10,000 followers? I started thinking. I thought about the last 8 months. Can you get this? Every babe, my card's acting weird. I'll get you back next time. That never came. I paid for every single dinner, every movie, every concert. I paid for the gas in her car half the time. I paid for the groceries we got to cook at her apartment. I even covered her $500 emergency car repair 2 months ago. She swore up and down she'd pay me back on the 1st. She never did. I didn't call her. I didn't text her. I opened my laptop. I opened my banking app. And I made a spreadsheet. I went back 8 months. Weekly dinners, average. $120 per week. X 32 weeks, $3,840. Lunches/coffees, average. $40 per week. X 32 weeks, $1,280. Ubers to from her place, $420. Concerts, movies, events, $660. Groceries for a place, $700. Emergency car repair, unpaid loan, $500. The grand total, $6,400. I opened Venmo. I found her profile. I typed in the amount, $6,400. In what's it for box, I wrote, reimbursement for 8 months of non-reciprocate expenses and 1 unpaid loan. I clicked the button to set the transaction visibility. I set it to public. I hit request. I went to bed. I woke up to absolute Armageddon. My phone had over 40 new text messages, all from numbers I didn't recognize, or from her friends. "You're a sociopath. WTF is wrong with you? Posting that publicly? You're trying to ruin her. Real men don't charge for dates. You're pathetic." Then, her call. I let it go to voicemail. She called again. And again. I finally picked up. It wasn't talking. It was a screech. "Take it down. Take it down right now." I was weirdly calm. Which? The Venmo request? Or should I go post a story about entitled women? "You're embarrassing me. My friends, my family saw that. What is wrong with you? You can't just bill me for our relationship. You call me broke to the entire world." I said, my voice flat. "You publicly humiliated me because I couldn't drop $500 on one meal. This isn't a bill for the relationship. This is me collecting on the services you seem to think you're entitled to. That's what a boyfriend does," she screamed. "You're supposed to pay. It's not my fault you're cheap. You tricked me. You acted like you could afford me, and now you're pulling this." "Tricked you? I just realized I wasn't your boyfriend. I was your sponsor. So pay me back. I don't have $6,400. You know that. Then you probably shouldn't be demanding $500 dinners." I hung up, 5 minutes later, a new Venmo notification. She had declined my request and sent me one of her own for $10,000. Note, emotional distress, pain, and suffering, and wasting 8 months of my prime. You're a psycho. It was also set to public. Her friends went nuts. They started commenting on the public request thread. Yeah, get him. He owes you. This is what abusers do. They control you with money. They were trying to flip the script to make me the villain. She blocked me on all social media. She blocked my number. But the Venmo war was still visible to anyone. I declined her $10,000 request. I resent my $6,400 one. She resent her $10,000 one. This went on for an hour. Finally, I stopped. This was going nowhere. Then I got a new text from her mother. You are a sick, cruel boy. You know my daughter's situation. You know she supports us. And you pull this stunt to ruin her reputation? She gave you the best months of her life. We will be contacting a lawyer. Her situation? She told me her dad was a successful dentist and her mom was a realtor. She always talked about their lake house. Now she supports them? The lies were piling up. I talked to my brother. He's a paralegal. He looked at my spreadsheet, the Venmo thread, and the text I had saved where she promised to pay me back for the $500 car repair. He grinned. You're not going to get $6,400. Most of that is legally a gift. But the $500 loan, that's a debt. And the public $10,000 request for emotional distress with her friends piling on, that's defamation. You can't just bill someone for wasting your prime. She's trying to extort you. So what do? You file, he said. Small claims court. It's cheap. Let's file for $500 loan, plus filing fees, plus let's tack on $2,000 for defamation and harassment based on her public, bad faith Venmo request. It'll get her attention. So I did. I paid the $75 filing fee. I filed for $2,575. A week later, I got an email. She had been served the summons. At her job, she was a receptionist at a high-powered, very serious corporate law firm. The screaming call I got that night was legendary. She called from a blocked number. You served me. At my job? Are you insane? You blocked me. I said, putting the phone on speaker. How else was I supposed to get your attention? You and your friends are still slandering me. My boss saw that. You're trying to get me fired. I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to sue you. For what? All I want is the $500 you borrowed, and for you to leave me alone. Drop the $10,000 request. Pay me the $500, and I'll drop the suit. I can't. I don't have it. I told you. Not my problem. See you in court. I hung up. The next few weeks were awful. Her friends found my Facebook and started sending friend requests to my family, my co-workers, trying to poison the well. Then the public Venmo thread, which was still just sitting there, got a new comment from a guy I'd never seen. She did the same to me. $300 for a utility bill, $600 for a family emergency. Never paid a dime. I messaged him immediately. We met for coffee. Let's call him XBF. He sat down and he looked tired. I dated her for a year before you, he said. I saw the Venmo thing. It's not just entitlement. It's a scam. What do you mean, a scam? He pulled out his phone. She told you her dad's a dentist, right? Lake House. Yeah. Her dad's a plumber on disability. They live in a rented duplex. I found out when I tried to send her mom flowers. The family emergency money? The car repair money? It's not for them. He showed me screenshots, not of some secret account, but just her regular Venmo feed from when they were dating. She was constantly sending hundreds, sometimes thousands, to one person. Who is that? I asked. She told me it was her cousin, the one who's a wealth manager. He's not. He's a guy at the top of a Forex trading pyramid scheme. She's not just spending your money. She's investing it. She's deep in the hole, and she's been using boyfriends as her personal bank to try and climb out. My blood ran cold. The $500 dinner. The $500 car repair. It was all just money for this scheme. The broke comment wasn't just an insult. It was panic. Her ATM was running dry. Court day arrived. Small claims, no lawyers, just us and a judge. She showed up with her mother. They both looked at me like I was dirt. Her mother tried to speak. "Your Honor, this boy is harassing my daughter." The judge shut her down. My ex gave her speech. Full-on waterworks. How I was financially abusive by holding dates over her head. How my lawsuit was devastating her mental health. How my $2,500 suit was retaliation for her $10,000 Venmo request, which she claimed was a joke. "A joke?" the judge asked, raising an eyebrow. "Your friends commenting get him, and he's an abuser, didn't seem to think it was a joke." Then it was my turn. I didn't talk about the dates. I didn't talk about the $6,400. I held up one piece of paper, a printout of the text. "Your Honor," this is a text from her, dated August 12th. It says, "Thank you so much for the $500 for my car. I swear I'll pay you back on the 1st. She never did. That is a simple, straightforward, acknowledged loan. The other $2,000 is for the public harassment and defamation she and her friends initiated. I then showed him the printout of the public Venmo requests. Her $10,000 won, and my $6,400 won. She interrupted. "He can't prove I didn't pay him back in cash. And he's rich. He's just doing this to hurt me. I have to support my family." The judge looked at her. "You claimed he was broke. Now he's rich. Which is it?" She stammered. Her mother stood up. "Our family has struggles." This was it. "Your Honor," I said, "that's interesting, because I have evidence she isn't supporting her family. She's wiring all her money and my money to a man running what appears to be a financial pyramid scheme." I held up the screenshots from the XBF, the name on the Venmo transfers. My ex-girlfriend's face went white. Her mother looked confused. "That's her cousin," she yelled. "He's an investor. He has no license, Your Honor." I said, "He's running a Forex MLM. She didn't borrow money for a car. She borrowed it to re-up her investment." The judge had heard enough. "This is small claims court, not a fraud investigation. Plaintiff, you have clear proof of a $500 loan. You get $500 plus your $75 filing fee. I am dismissing your $2,000 claim for harassment." My stomach dropped. However, the judge continued, looking at my ex-defendant. "Your $10,000 Venmo request, which you publicly posted, was clearly filed in bad faith. It had no legal basis. It was a frivolous attempt to intimidate and harass the plaintiff. I am finding you in contempt and ordering you to pay the plaintiff's legal preparation costs, which I am setting at $1,500. He banged the gavel. "Total judgment for the plaintiff, $2,075. You have 30 days to pay." Her mother started screaming. "You can't do this. We'll appeal." "You can't appeal a small claims judgment, ma'am. Pay the man. Next case." I walked out of that courtroom. I hadn't gotten the $6,400, but I had won. 30 days passed. Not a cent. I texted her the judgment ruling. No reply. My brother just laughed. People like her never pay. "So what now?" "Now," he said, "we filed a writ of garnishment." He drafted the paperwork. We filed it with the court, attaching the unpaid judgment. The court processed it. And where do they send a wage garnishment order? To her employer, the law firm. I didn't hear anything for a week. Then I got a call. From her number. It was her mother. "I hope you're happy," she whispered. Her voice was shaking, but with rage. They fired her. She lost her job, her career, all for $2,000. "You've ruined her. You're evil. You're a monster. You'll pay for this." She was sobbing when she hung up. Apparently, a high-end law firm doesn't appreciate its front desk receptionist having her wages garnished for a bad faith legal judgment. It's a character issue. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel bad. I just felt done. The final nail in the coffin came a month later. The XBF texted me a news article. The cousin, he'd been arrested. The entire wealth manager thing was a massive fraud. He'd scammed dozens of people, including my ex, out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. So her investment was gone. The $500 from me. The money from the XBF. All of it vaporized. I never got my $2,007. With her being unemployed, the garnishment order was useless. I saw her a few weeks ago. I was grabbing coffee before work at a Starbucks. She was behind the counter, working the register, wearing the green apron. Her hair was messy. Our eyes met. Her face just collapsed. Shame, anger, humiliation. I didn't say a word. I just paid for my medium Pike Place, took the cup, and walked out. I guess in the end, I'm still out about $6,000. But I bought myself a $6,000 education on entitlement.